Starting with Dhanurasana. So now with both your feet stretched forward in front of you. Now hold on to your left big toe with your left hand, and you're going to hold on to the opposite big toe with your hand and pull the left leg as close as possible towards your face, towards your ear. Pull and hold. Come on, try to raise it as high as you can. Raise it and hold it as much as you can. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva's bow in your inner space. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
पादाङ्गुष्ठौ गृहीत्वा श्रवणावधि धनुराकर्षणाकृष्टं धनुरासनमीरितम्.
Relax. Now we are going to be entering into the Ashtavakrasana. We are now going to be entering into the Ashtavakrasana. For you to enter into the Ashtavakrasana, with your hands by the side, we are now going to be placing one hand, which is your right hand, in the gap between your feet and your thighs. So turning towards the side, place your hands, one hand in at a time, and then slowly raise yourself onto your hands, bending your right leg up above your shoulder, raising yourself onto your hands. And from here, you're going to lift your left leg and cross it over your ankle. Try to raise the right leg as high as possible onto your shoulder. The higher you're able to hook it, the more you will be able to balance in this asana. Once you place it as high as you can, try to cross it with your ankles, and then you're going to bend forward and down, shifting your weight off from the ground. So you're going to shift your weight forward and down, pushing your body off the air, stretching your feet out towards the side as you push yourself into the Ashtavakrasana. Now for those of you who are unable to do this from a seated position, try to cross your ankles towards the sides. Try to hold this position. If you're able to do this, then try to lift your butt off the ground, pushing yourself up into the air, and try to hold here. Yes, let's all try to do this asana, the Ashtavakrasana. While doing this, you're going to visualize yourself as a flying crane in your inner space, and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वासिष्ठमदकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमतोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Bringing your gaze towards your third eye. Hold the position, bringing your gaze towards your third eye. Visualize yourself as immortal and being able to live just from the prana shakti as you perform the pranasana and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एतत् प्रवेदं वक्ष्यामि करोतु यस्य चामरः एकपादमरोद्भत्वा स्कन्देऽन्यत्पादरक्षणम्.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be the Parshva Matsyendrasana. So let's now get ready to enter into the Parshva Matsyendrasana. Now first bend your left leg, bring your left foot as close as possible towards your butt, and then take the right foot, place it across the left knee. Please follow along. Now from this position, you're going to be raising the left hand. Please raise your left hand, all of you, and bring it around the left knee. You're going to bring it around the the right knee, and then insert it in the gap between your calf and your thigh, and hold on to it from behind your back with the other hand. If you're not able to insert it in the gap between your calf and your thigh, just try to bring it around and place it on your feet. And then try to twist yourself backward as you rotate yourself towards the back. Visualize yourself as the great sage and yogi Matsyendranatha, who is the master of Hatha Yoga, and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वामोर्मूलात्पितदक्षपादो जान्वोर्बहिष्ठेद्वितदक्षदोष्णा प्रगृह्यतिष्ठेत् परिवर्तिताङ्गः श्रीमत्स्यनादो जितमासनं स्यात्.
Relax. The next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be the Ardha Paschimottanasana. Now, with your feet stretched forward, now bend your right foot, bringing your right foot closer to your left thigh. Please bend your right foot, bringing it close to your groin. From here, you're going to bend forward and down, holding on to your feet with both your hands, and bend forward and down. Try to go down as much as you can. If you're not able to hold on to your feet, see where you're able to hold on to that part of your feet, of your leg, and pull it. And exhale and push yourself down. Hold the position. As you perform the Ardha Paschimottanasana, visualize Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एकं पादं प्रसार्य एकं पादस्यापाशिना शिवनि सम्पीड्य हस्तद्वयेन प्रसारितपादाङ्गुष्ठं धृत्वा जानुपरि मस्तकं न्यसेत् अर्थपश्चिमतानं भवति.
Now, the next asana we are going to be entering into is going to be Kraunchasana. We are now going to be entering into Kraunchasana. For us to enter into Kraunchasana, you are going to be bending one leg backward, which is your right leg. You are going to bend it backward towards the side of your butt and hold on to the other foot with your hands, and then you're going to slowly stretch it right above you as high as possible, bringing your forehead closer towards your knee, closer towards your knee, and hold the position. Try to stretch as high as you can. Try to raise your foot as high as you can and hold it. While performing the Crown Chasana, you're going to visualize yourself as a crane in your inner space. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वासिष्ठमदकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमतोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Relax. We are now going to be repeating the Ardha Paschimottanasana on the other side. So this time you are going to be bringing your left foot closer towards your perineum. Bring your left foot close towards your perineum, and from there we are going to bend forward and down, trying to reach all the way towards our feet. Hold on to it and bring your forehead as close as possible towards your feet. And hold the position. Bend down, exhale as you go down. You're going to visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Ardha Paschimottanasana and perform the Jiva Chala Kumbhaka. See the breath flowing in, moving across your limbs. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
एकपादं प्रसार्येकं पादस्य पार्श्विना सीवने सम्पीड्य हस्तद्वयेन प्रसारितपादाङ्गुष्ठं धृत्वा दानोपरि मस्तकं न्यसेत् अर्धपश्चिमतानं भवते.
Relax, slowly come back. Now bend your right leg, bringing your right foot outside your butt. Bend it backwards. Now, with the other hand, you're going to hold on to your feet, the right foot. And raise your foot as high as possible, holding on to your hands. Try to raise it up as high as you can and hold it in the stretched out position. Hold it in the stretched out position. Visualize yourself as a crane in your inner space as you perform the Crown Chasana. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वासिष्ठमदकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमतोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Relax. Stretch both your feet out and shake it out. Just shake it out. We are next going to be entering into a series of asanas, all based on Padmasana. So if you feel that you are not able to do the Padmasana throughout, you can relax. We'll also be giving short breaks in between each, but they're all one after the other flowing through the Padmasana. So first, stretch both your feet out and shake it out. Okay, now let's enter into the Padmasana position. Bring your right foot on top of your left thigh and left foot on top of your right. Place your hands on top of your knees, palms facing down. If you're unable to sit in the Padmasana, you're going to sit in Ardha Padmasana position. But at least try to pull your feet up, trying to hold as much as you can, and when you're not able to, then you can drop it back, and once it relaxes, then you can again try to pull it towards you. Place your palms on your knees. Now sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. You're going to visualize the Swastika Mudra in your inner space. As you perform the Jivachala Kumbhaka, embodying peace, well-being, good fortune and prosperity in the Jivachala Kumbhaka, see your prana moving up and down in your limbs along with the waverings of your mind, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानोर्घोरन्तरे सम्यक् कृत्वा पादतले उभे रुजुगाय समासीन स्वस्तिकं तत्प्रचक्षते.
Now place your hands on top of your ankles, covering your ankles as we enter into the Gorakshasana. Just place your hands covering your ankles. Continue to sit straight. We are now going to be performing the Jivachala Kumbhaka along with the Jalandhara Bandha. Inhale through your nose and lock the breath in the Jalandhara Bandha. Hold as long as you can and release from the Jalandhara Bandha and exhale through your nose. Once again, inhale and repeat. While performing this Jalandhara Bandha and the Jivachala Kumbhaka, visualize the Prana Shakti flowing through all your limbs. Continue to perform the pranayama along with the bandha. Visualize the great sage Gorakhanatha, who is the founder of the Natha Yoga Sampradaya, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
जानोर्घोरन्तरे पादौ उत्तानौ व्यक्तसंस्थितौ गुल्फौ चार्चाद्य हस्ताभ्याम् उत्तानाभ्यां प्रयत्नतः.
Relax. The next asana we are going to perform is going to be the Bhagasana. Now stretch your feet forward. Bring your left heel towards your perineum. Bring your left heel towards your perineum and place the right foot on top of the left thigh. Place your right foot on top of the left thigh, entering into the Ardha Padmasana position. We are now going to be performing the Shanmukhi Pranayama with the Shanmukhi Mudra. Now raise your hands You're now going to close your eyes with your index fingers, nose with your middle finger, ears with your thumbs, the ring fingers above your upper lips and the little fingers below your lower lips. Now, in this position, you're going to inhale through your nose. Once you take the breath in as deep as you can, you're then going to lock all the 5 senses by gently applying pressure with your fingers. Hold the breath as much as you can. And when you're not able to do it anymore, exhale through your nose and repeat the pranayama once again. Continue to perform the Shanmukhi pranayama. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Shanmukhi pranayama and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वामपार्श्वौ गुडं स्थाप्य दक्षाङ्घ्रिं वामजगने मध्यमातर्जगन् गुष्ठैः नासादृष्टिसतिः कमैः.
Relax, release your hands and inhale and exhale through your nose. Inhale and exhale through your nose. Bring your breath to the normal. As you continue to be seated in the same position, let us now enter into the Yogasana 2. Place the back of your palms on the sides of your mat beside your knees, palms facing upwards. Sit straight and bring your gaze towards your nose. Bring your gaze towards your nose. We are now going to be performing the Kakachanchukumbhaka. Inhale through your mouth, placing it like the beak of a crow. And then exhale through your nose. Continue to perform the Kakachanchukumbhaka and visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Kakachanchukumbhaka in the Yogasana 2 and the internal japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
उत्तानौ चरणौ कृत्वा संस्थाप्योपरि जानुनोः आसनोपरि संस्थाप्य चोत्थानं करयुग्मकम्.
Relax. The next asana is going to be Urdhva Kukutasana. Now stretch your feet out and we are going to be entering into the Padmasana position. Bend your right foot and place it on your left thigh and your left foot on your right. Please enter into the Padmasana position. Try to pull your feet up into the Padmasana position. Now from here, place your hands by the sides of your thighs. Place your hands by the sides of your thighs. And we are now going to move our weight forward and lift our knees off the ground, lifting ourselves up into the Urdhva Kukutasana. Now those of you who are not able to lift your butt off the ground, you can place your knees on the ground and try to lift your butt off the ground and hold in the position. Even if you're able to lift it for just a moment and then you're dropping back, that is still good. Try to lift, even if it's just for a moment before you come down. As you go up, you're going to visualize yourself as a rooster as you perform the Urdhva Kukutasana. And the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वासिष्ठमदकौण्डिन्यम् ऊर्ध्वकुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रमतोत्थानं मयूरं सेतुबन्धनम्.
Relax, you can drop your knees on the ground, just rotate your wrist, shake off your wrist. Rotate your wrist and shake it out. Relax. Now you're going to be inserting your hands in the gap between your calf and your thighs, placing your hands on the ground. Please insert your hands in the gap between your thigh and your calf muscles. Please insert your hands. Just place it there. You're not going to raise your body up in this asana. You're just going to keep your hands in the gap, palms on the floor, and inhale and exhale in the Kakachanchukumbhaka. Place your mouth in the shape of a beak of a crow, and inhale through your mouth. And then exhale through your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space as you perform the Siddhaharatali Asana and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथम पद्मासन को करे हस्तदो गोड़ासन निधेरे वे हथेले भोजन राखे पोचा गोड़ासन में धाके.
Relax. The next asana is going to be Hamsasana. So in Hamsasana, this time we're going to be inserting our hands the same as earlier, and we're going to try to lift our body off the ground. In Hamsasana, we're going to try and lift ourselves off the ground. Now those of you who are not able to lift your body up, you can just keep your hands and try to lift your knees off the ground and hold there. Those who are able to lift your knees off the ground, try to lift your butt off the ground as well. So you're going to shift your weight forward and lift your body off the ground, pushing yourself up into the Hamsasana position. Visualize yourself as a swan in your inner space and the internal japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
कुक्कुटासनस्थित्वा स्कन्दपर्यन्तं मूरुनु नीत्वा तिष्ठेत् हंसासनं भवति.
Relax. Shake your wrist. Rotate your wrist. Shake it out. Try to pull your wrist towards you. On either sides. And just shake it out. Next asana is going to be Karmukhasana. In Karmukhasana, once you place your feet in Padmasana position, you're then going to be inserting your hands in the gap between your thighs and your calf muscles, and then bend forward, raising up on your knees and bringing your forehead towards the ground. So your hands go backward in between your calf and your thighs, and then you're going to bend forward. If you can do this in Padmasana, that's great. If you're not able to do it in Padmasana, you can still perform the same in Ardha Padmasana. So one foot on top, one foot at the bottom, and then insert your hands in the gap between your thighs and your calf and try to push it towards the back as much as you can and bring your forehead onto the ground. Bring your gaze towards your nose as you perform the Karmukhasana. Hold the position. Now visualize yourself as Paramashiva's bow in your inner space, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
प्रथम पद्मासन को करे घोड़ासन माहि करिते रे सर्पदो सरे करदो मुआने मोन्या ऊपर संदले ठाने.
And relax. Relax. Next asana we are going to perform is going to be Kurmasana 2. Now for you to enter in Kurmasana 2, you can either do this with inserting your hands in Padmasana, one hand in the gap between each of your thighs and your calf, and you're going to raise your hands as close as possible towards your face and try to hold on. If you're not able to do it in Padmasana, you can just do it in Sukhasana also, just cross-legged, and try to pull it as much as you can. Yes, come on, every one of you, push your hands in. Even if you just cross your ankles and do the same, that's fine. Try to bring your hands as close as possible towards your head and hold the position. Visualize yourself as a turtle with a stable body and mind to live for hundreds of years, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
वाणी जंग पर रचन पावा दहिनी जंग पर बामिल्यावा अहल्यां स्रगालेत हाता पूरमासन यह कहावे.
Relax. The next asana is going to be Granthi Vedasana. For you to perform the Granthi Vedasana, it's going to be the similar as what we did earlier. Now what you can alternatively do is just cross your ankles, insert your hands and try to hold on towards your head. Get your hands towards your head. Just insert your hands in the gap between your calf and your thighs. Cross your ankles and bring your hands as close as possible towards your face. This is if you are not able to do the Padmasana. Okay? If you are able to do the Padmasana, get your feet into Padmasana position Insert your hands in the gap between your thighs and your calf muscle and try to bring your hands as close as possible towards your head. We are now going to be performing the Jalandhara Bandha as we perform the Kakachanchu Kumbhaka. So you're going to inhale through your mouth, making it in the shape of a beak of a crow. Inhale. And then lock the breath by bringing your chin to the chest in Jalandhara Bandha. And then release the Jalandhara Bandha and exhale through your nose and repeat it. And repeat it. Visualize Paramashiva, Swamiji in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
अथ वक्षे नीलकण्ठा ग्रन्थिभेदासनं शुभं ज्ञात्वा रुद्रो भवे क्षिप्रं सूक्ष्मवायुनिषेवनात्.
Relax. Now the next asana is going to be Uttana Kurmasana. First to enter into the Uttana Kurmasana from the Kurmasana position, which is inserting your hands in the gap between your thighs and your calf. You're from this position, try to raise your hands towards your head and you're going to roll down on your back. So in the laying down position, you'll be trying to hold on to your head with your hands. So from a seated position, insert your hands in the gap between your thighs and your calf and then roll backward. All of you roll backward. Try to bring your feet as close as possible once you roll backward. Come on, lay down on your backs, everybody. And try to pull your legs as close as possible towards your head. Visualize yourself as a tortoise in your inner space as you perform the Uttana Kurmasana. And the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
कुक्कुटासनबन्धस्थं कराभ्यां धृतकन्धरं पीठं कूर्मवदुत्तानम् एतदुत्तानकूर्मकम्.
Relax. Slowly come back to a seated position. Stretch your legs out and shake it out. Stretch your legs out and shake it out. The next asana from here that we are going to be entering into is going to be Pangu Kukkutasana. First to enter into the Pangu Kukkutasana, once again we are going to get our feet into the Padmasana position. Get your feet into the Padmasana position. Now insert your hands in the gap between your thighs and your calf muscles. And you are going to hold on to your left wrist with your right hand. You're going to hold on your left wrist with your right. Try to lift your knees off the ground, and once you're able to balance yourself in that position, you're going to lift your butt out of the ground, as well, raising yourself on one hand as you perform the Pangu Kukkutasana. The easier variation for you is once you insert your hand, then try to hold on to it with the other hand. Hold on to your the left wrist with your right hand and hold the position. All of you push your hands in, try to hold on. If you are not able to do the Padmasana, try to perform the Ardha Padmasana. One leg in and the other leg at the bottom. Visualize yourself as a rooster in your inner space that is standing on one leg, and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
कुक्कुटासनबन्धस् कुक्कुटासने स्थित्वा एकेन हस्तेन अन्यस्य मणिबन्धं धृत्वा हस्तदलेन भूमिं मष्टभ्य तिष्ठेत्। पाङ्गुकुक्कुटं भवति।
Relax. Relax. We are now going to be repeating the Pangu Kukutasana on the other side. So instead of holding on to our left hand with our right, we are now going to be inserting our hands in the gap between our thighs and calf muscles and hold on to the right wrist with your left hand. Right wrist with your left hand. Hold the position. Once you are in this position, you are then going to push yourself, trying to raise your hands up, trying to raise your body up as you press your hands onto the ground and raise up. Visualize a rooster in your inner space and the internal japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
कुक्कुटासने स्थित्वा एकेन हस्तेन अन्यस्य मणिबन्धं धृत्वा हस्तदलेन भूमिं मष्टभ्य तिष्ठेत्। पाङ्गुकुक्कुटं भवति।
Relax. Now we are going to be entering into the Gradharasana. We are now going to be entering into the next asana, which is going to be the Gradharasana. Stretch your feet forward. All of you please sit up and stretch your feet forward. Please sit up and stretch your feet forward. Now we are going to be entering into the Padmasana once again. If you are not able to push yourself into Padmasana, as I mentioned earlier, you can get your feet into the Ardha Padmasana position. Now interlock your fingers and place your elbows on your feet. Now slowly lay down on your back as we enter into Shavasana.
नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् 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 परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द 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 परमशिवोऽहम्
Bring your awareness back to your body. Slowly move your toes, move your fingers, Bring your knees towards your chest. Hug your knees and start rolling yourself to the left and right. Now slowly roll yourself to the side and come to a seated position. Now sit straight. Place your hands on your knees. We are now going to be performing the Maha Mantra. You're going to be inhaling deeply and then humming intensely. Close your eyes, sit straight. Let us begin. Hum intensely, as deep as possible and as long as possible. hum intensely. Continue to hum intensely. Continue to hum intensely. Feel your entire body vibrating. Slowly relax. Just sit in silence. Sit unclenched. Just sit. Sit straight. Inhale and exhale. Just let the entire energy soak into you. Just sit in silence. Sit unclenched. Just sit. Sit straight. Inhale and exhale. Just let the entire energy soak into you. Now, slowly bring your hands in front of your heart in the Anjali Mudra. Sit straight. Let us now conclude the yoga with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you everybody. Nithyanandam.